Welcome back, everyone, to episode 11 of the US series. And we're almost about to enter into the election campaign officially. So, there's a couple things I want to take care of first.
Our infiltrated agent.
So, at this point, it's quite obvious that the country runs off of oil. And because we're shooting for energy independence and eventually energy dominance, we're going to build a couple more oil platforms. So we're just going to build 3. Let's try for right there. Alright, so that's our 3. And we're going to do maybe 2 shale oil wells in Louisiana. Alright, so that's our 2. And the other thing we want to do is want to increase our production of copper. So we're going to go with 1.5 billion. And we also want to deal with the illegal immigration. So we're going to start construction of the wall. And we want that done within 6 months. Alright, and we also want to check on the crime rate. So if we, let's see, if we add another 20,000 cops, actually no. Let's go to justice and let's build 747 prisons. Just bump us to an even 10,000. so there's a storm hitting the island. Let's see if we can... Okay, so that threat is gone.
Disability completely fades before the performance of these athletes that we welcome here today. Each and every one of them wants to achieve something above all else, to beat the most incredible records imaginable. Let us cheer them as they pay tribute to the values of the Olympic spirit. I declare open the Paralympic Summer Games.
Alright, so we have people protesting our immigration policy. Okay, we can cancel out of all of this. Alright, let's go to Secret Service and let's take a look at these guys under surveillance. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and arrest that person. So the country seems happy over the policy of building the border wall with Mexico.
Work has already begun. I can assure you that this is a good initiative by building on this border because a large portion of illegal immigrants into this country often pass this way. Moreover, the size and length of the wall, when it's finally built, will really hinder illegal immigrants who want to cross this border.
We've proceeded to discreetly arrest this suspect who is now being placed in isolation. It seems we were right. This was the head of the organization as confirmed by evidence taken from his computer. It seems that he was preparing to coordinate a massive operation. We don't have all the details, but the police department's anti-terrorism unit has been placed on high alert. The Department of the Interior will inform you of events as they happen.
Okay. Alright, let's go to political parties. Let's pause that real quick. I'm gonna launch another fundraiser. And let's look at our competition. So we need to have a pretty decent campaign to be able to overtake Nick McGowan.
The election campaign has officially begun. All candidates are now known. I would strongly recommend that you quickly outline your electoral program and actively participate in the campaign.
Just to remind you, you cannot propose or vote on new legislation during the campaign period, because this might influence voters. I would suggest keeping some of your most popular campaign promises to yourself for the moment. Then you can unveil them during the televised debate.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go to health and construction and do 229 psychiatric hospitals. That's going to be over the entire territory. And make that a campaign promise. And the first place we're going to campaign at is Iowa. And we can do that at the end of the day. The next thing will be $1,000 social centers. And let's see. So let's try to campaign in Illinois. Do that on a Wednesday, early morning, or at least before noon.
Our agent number 1 succeeded in infiltrating the staff. Imponderables accepted, we are therefore able to release a Type E net informational profit. I mean, huge. Ahem. In concrete terms, our extraordinary number 1 is in a situation to obtain any valuable information of tactical interest. Needless to say, the geopolitical advantage clearly surpasses the ratio of 138 to 1.
Okay, Iran conducting nuclear tests.
We have strong suspicions that this organization is preparing to carry out an attack in the next few hours.
Alright, let's check that immediately. Alright, he's already been jailed. Great, we have to put more people under surveillance. So at this point, I'm not sure who it is. So we already locked him up. Alright, so let's deal with Iran real quick. Let's go to CIA Managed Networks. Yeah, let's go ahead and we're gonna put more agents there. We're gonna reduce some of the agents in Afghanistan. And we're gonna put those 75 agents in Saudi Arabia. I'm going to do a little bit of industrial sabotage, political spying, dismantle terrorist groups. And we're going to increase the international agents.
It is essential in a society where the demand for healthcare is constantly increasing to ensure access to quality health services. I can assure you that I will mobilize the necessary means to guarantee this fundamental right.
Alright, so let's go back to our campaign. We're going to go to transportation. I'm going to max out road transport. And we're going to go campaign that in California. Do that on a Saturday. Alright, next we want to go to schools. So we're going to promise to build 330 primary schools. And we're going to campaign that in Florida. Let's do that late on a Sunday. Okay, so we're leading with 52%.
You have put together a good electoral program. I think it corresponds to what our members and supporters are looking for. And they will be there for us on voting day.
Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to research. And we're going to promise to increase industry, or max out industry. We're going to do that in... Actually, let's try Texas. And we'll do that on late Tuesday.
It is essential in a society where the demand for healthcare is constantly increasing to ensure access to quality health services. I can assure you that I will mobilize the necessary means to guarantee this fundamental right.
Okay, running tactics. Alright, so let's take a quick look. Alright, so we're up by a lot. So we have to keep on campaigning. Alright, Russia, nope, espionage aborted.
Following our investigation after the arrest of the head of the organization, we have uncovered the chain of command and have dismantled a large portion of the organization. A strong blow to terrorism.
Alright, so we managed to take out that organization, so that's one less group we have to worry about. Alright, so let's go after the Russian mafia.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity. It goes without saying that the operation is risky, but if successful, the short and long-term benefits are almost incalculable, including by applying the call-off grid, which calculates, as you know, the result according to the unknown X factor.
We must guarantee the efficiency and reliability of our transport services. The same goes for competitiveness of our businesses, the management of our territories, and the daily life of citizens. I will continue to back this ambitious social policy.
Alright, let's see how effective that is. Okay, we'll go ahead and congratulate him.
In these difficult times, it is essential that the government services agree to some budgetary sacrifices. What is more, in certain domains it is possible to do just as well with less. I will therefore commit to this visionary perspective of debt reduction, which will protect generations to come.
Okay. Alright, so we need to think of something else. Alright, let's go with construction. Let's go with high speed. Alright, so let's bump this up to 50. So that's only going to be 1 billion. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll try for early Saturday.
Faced with competitive threats that weigh on our industrial makeup, we must offer viable economic solutions for the future. Under my leadership, the state will implement modernization projects and will participate in their funding.
Alright, let's check again. Alright, so we're still at the 51.8% range.
Incredible! The first prize, can you believe it? All our cultural policy has been indirectly rewarded by this.
Now let's go to environment. Alright, construction. Let's go with 1,000. Alright, and it's gonna be, let's do, so how about we pick, so we'll pick New York. Alright. So let's double check again.
Your politics are on the right track.
Alright, so let's go to energy. Alright, and we're going to subsidize fuel. We're gonna try with 2.5 billion.
Faced with competitive threats that weigh on our industrial makeup, we must offer viable economic solutions for the future. Under my leadership, the state will implement modernization projects and will participate in their funding.
Alright, let's double check again. Alright, let's go with the internet. Let's go with... So we'll go with 60. Alright, let's try Pennsylvania. And let's try early Thursday.
The fundraising campaign has been really successful. The money will help us boost the party and our election campaigns.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. I wasn't even expecting to get that amount.
The environmental safeguard, the transition towards a green economy, energy change, preservation of biodiversity. Yes, ecology will be at the heart of my priorities.
Alright, let's go back. Still at 51.8%. Let's see if we can get her to back out. Alright. Alright, so we're still number one. Alright, the Green Citizens Party sit-in.
Faced with competitive threats that weigh on our industrial makeup, we must offer viable economic solutions for the future. Under my leadership, the state will implement modernization projects and will participate in their funding.
Alright, so what else do we need to do? Alright, how about we promise to build so we're gonna build Alright, so that's gonna cost 20. Alright, so we'll campaign in Michigan. No, we're not going to take him out.
I'd be happy to. I'm sorry, but we still disagree on.
Alright, so she's not
Our
going to back
infiltrated
out.
agents had the chance to carry out a sabotage operation. A sort of Bulgarian opening, if you'll allow me the analogy, that according to...
Alright, we'll accept that. Alright. So what else do we have? Let's check the election again. What? Alright, so I'm still... Still number one, but not by much. Alright, so we have to be a little more aggressive. Alright, so growth is at 4.28. Let's go to transportation. Trying to think of what to campaign with. Alright, so... let's see. Let's go with transportation. All right, let's go back to education. Let's try for 25 universities. Alright, we'll try New York again. End of Sunday.
Need I remind you that the right to housing is a fundamental right, and the state must fulfill its duties to increase access to accommodation or to support housing activity and construction, which is also a driving force for growth.
The preparations are complete. The whole country is preparing to joyfully celebrate this occasion.
Alright. Happiness increases.
Our governmental cell informed me that it has had the opportunity to approach this potential informer. According to my calculations, using transactional analysis, Chicago score naturally, the team has at most a 63.8% chance of making a strategic gain in its position by focusing on this target and only on this target.
Alright, let's go to Secret Service, CIA.
Congratulations. Your campaign agenda is excellent and caters to the entire electorate. I'm sure we'll be getting a lot of votes.
Alright, let's just double check. Alright. So that's still a little too close. But at least we're winning.
In these difficult times, it is essential that the government services agree to some budgetary sacrifices. What is more, in certain domains it is possible to do just as well with less. I will therefore commit to this visionary perspective of debt reduction, which will protect generations to come.
Our agents had to abort.
Alright, I think I'm going to end this episode. So, we're number 1 in the poll so far. We still have another month to go, so I have to think of a campaign strategy to continue to take the lead. So, again, thank you for the support of this channel. Please click the like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon.